Good afternoon. Folk Devils and Moral Panics by Stanley Cohen is the representative study on manufactured panic. He identifies 5 distinct stages. Something is labeled as threat to interests or values. It's presented through familiar motifs, a rapid buildup of public concern, responses from authorities and opinion makers, social changes result. There's also a moral inventory from which media and authorities use prediction, reaction, symbolization, exaggeration, and distortion. The question is then, what methods and vulnerabilities are exploited to deceive us? Social psychologists in the 50s showed how conformity satisfied subconscious evolutionary needs for safety through belonging. But in modern life, where predators and plunderers are few, blind conformity makes poor decisions, favoring primitive survival instincts like emotional reasoning. Thus, instead of asking what is true, we ask what is safe to believe. Nazi propagandists understood this all too well, using technology of radio and TV to spread fear, paranoia, demonization, and dehumanization for their atrocities. But let's stick with familiar examples like social media and the pandemic. Hundreds of lawsuits are pending against social media companies for abuses and harms, with new digital tools like millions of bots, cyborgs, and sock puppet accounts used for brute force consensus building. Visionaries like Carl Sagan warned this mix of technology, ignorance, and power would blow up in our faces, because if we cannot question those who tell us what is true, then we're up for grabs for the next con. Since a sad lesson of history is if we've been bamboozled long enough, we reject all evidence of the bamboozle. Why? In States of Denial, Cohen shows how denial takes hold as means of coping with our shame, guilt, and disturbing emotions aroused by reality. So whole societies censor themselves, and we learn to keep silent about matters that threaten our self-image. He contends these are normal symptoms of trauma, as we know the means one human uses to enslave another never change. Like coercion, threats, convincing the victim her perpetrator is all-powerful. Her resistance is futile. Her very life depends on winning his indulgence through absolute compliance. This research is crucial for ensuring ethical conduct and safeguarding human rights and dignity in times of crisis.